Hello, and welcome back. So today, we'll be taking a look at a LEGO creator set. Been doing quite the amount of them lately, not too much. Just picked up some that might look appeasing, some that might actually look good to do a video on. So I picked up this one. It looked pretty decent. It is literally a food truck, but it has monster truck engine. So this is called the Monster Burger Truck. And yeah, what more can I say? Let's get right to it. The box. This is probably one of the semi-big, but still not the biggest boxes. So this is set 31104 with 499 pieces. Of course, it shows the other two alternate builds that you can do with the parts here, but in this video I will just be doing the default monster truck mode. And then moving on to the back, just showing you more of what you can do, all the different play features, and then it shows you the different alternate models that you can also do as well. But apart from that, there is really nothing much for the box, so that is it for the box, and let's move on to the actual set itself. Alright, let me first start by saying, oh my god, this thing looks derpy, and it looks derpy in a really good way. It's a mashup of a food truck with a monster truck engine. Why not, right? It's a creative, funny concept that has been made for this model specifically, and of course, because it's a monster truck, it needs to have suspension because of its heavy wheels, and yep, it's got some pretty good suspension going on, but most of it's usually at the back right here. The front doesn't have too much suspension, but you can bounce this around, and if it goes on rolls over a car or something, it goes off terrain or off-road, it's got the right balance that's needed to go off-roading. So I guess in some case this food truck is supposed to be for off-roading purposes, where normal cars won't be able to reach, or normal food trucks won't be able to reach. So that's pretty funny. And yes, this thing of course moves on all four. It is very flexible because the wheels are so big. You can move this with lots of ease. And yeah, so take a look at the front. Okay, the front here in particular, it's not the best design, in my opinion. I think the headlight front engine part here feels like I feel like it's done a little poorly. Kind of wish that maybe add some different colored bricks or something to maybe spice it up. For me personally, it looks kind of plain, but maybe for everyone else it looks fine, but then again, it's just my opinion. The front windshield here surprisingly doesn't use a large windshield piece. It uses two small windshield pieces, so 1 and 2. That's actually quite surprising. I was kind of expecting a giant windshield, but it gives the extra look, the extra texture, if you will, on the front. I guess that works. Okay, I mean, not saying it's a bad thing, it's just something I wanted to point out because something I definitely noticed. And on top, got the sign here that says Monster Burger. And then, yeah, so that's the front. And then for the back, as we show now, you've got the exhaust thrusts here. Of course, this thing is going to be running on a lot of gasoline. There is a back compartment, which you just simply open up. And inside, it will grant you access to the grill pans, which you can just slide out easily, or you can just simply leave them be inside. Oh, I will put them back later. But yeah, that's basically one way you can get access to the inside, but there is another way you can get access to the inside. Got the lights here, and then there's just a back license plate here that says "Eat or be eaten." Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like a good slogan. Okay, so I've showed you the front and the back, but I really want to show you guys the tire and the bottom part here. Look at, first and foremost, the wheels itself is orange. Okay, the tires, we've all seen that. And yeah, it's got this flexible Technic band here that's helping with the suspension. I think the design that's down here is actually pretty cool. It's pretty straightforward and straightforward stuff. Sometimes the best things are just done the simple way, so this is done particularly very, very well. Now, on this side, there is a play feature. 2 play features, in fact. When you're, this is what it'll look like if the truck is just strolling around on its way, making its way downtown, doing stuff. But if you want like parked and stationary and to be actually selling burgers, got to do the following things. Number 1, open this, open the flap, you know, so people can actually get access. That is basically your cashier pickup order area. And then this vehicle is super tall, right? Like you can't, a minifigure can only go up to like this tall. So how do you fix that? Well, the answer is simply there is a little lock right here. You just gotta remove the lock like this, and then grab this handle, which will pull out. Oh my God! I just slipped it back in. To pull an entire staircase, just like that. All that touches the ground all the way, and then you can then just bring your minifigure up for buying some burgers. So it's a pretty neat. That's a pretty neat play feature. It's a good, you know, tuck away in case you want this on the run. You just to put it back. You just simply slide the staircase back in, and you just use this to lock it in place. So that's I like the idea of it. You know, the theme is very well, and of course to get the access to the inside, that is done very, very well. Of course, on the driver's seat, you can access just through the door. I'm not quite sure how the minifigs are gonna get there because there's no like stairway for there. Got a menu here. That is a sticker sheet, I will tell you that. And the overall color scheme, you've got green, a little bit of Keytorn yellow, and then white on the top. I think this color scheme is a pretty okay color scheme. It's actually not that bad. I think the idea is pretty dope. Now, of course, it is called a burger truck, so usually food trucks have a giant mascot at the top. On top of this one, of course, is a giant brick-built burger that is displayed on an angle. Well, I think this burger build is pretty nice. This, of course, for a brick-built burger, I think it's done pretty well. The patty, I would say, is a little bit too thin. Maybe the patty should have been a little bit thicker. Maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe 2 layers of this flat element might be ideal, you know. So that's this side, and then on the other side, there's actually nothing much to see on the other side. It's literally just this. It's the same thing on the other side. Nothing too special at all. And no, this lock does not come off because there's no staircase on this side. Now, of course, there's a bunch of stuff inside this truck. Well, how do we get inside the truck? Well, basically what Creator has done is they've copied the Lego City system, where you just simply slide off the entire roof, including the cover, along with the burger mascot. Now this will give you access to all your play stuff inside for accessibility in terms of playability. So what I have here are the grills, which I accidentally took. I mean, I took it out intentionally, but like I can't put it back in now. There we go. So the grill pans, the grills have been fixed, and you just simply flip them up to grill your stuff inside. Right here, the red stuff here. And I guess over here is like the vodka bottles, the drinks, because why not? Up here, which I'm going to assume this is probably the microwave, I might be wrong, or a dishwasher, but either way, there is a piece of bread inside. Or this might just be the toaster for all we know. The fire extinguisher, I believe that's the fire extinguisher. And then at the bottom here, you got your condiments dispenser. You got the mayo, you got the ketchup, you got the mustard. Great. And then you've also got I guess this is just like a small sink. Pretty sure this is a small sink, if you will. And then on this side, another grill, I think. Or maybe that's just like the big engine. And you can see over here, this is like where the driver sits here, and then the passenger also sits here. And on the bottom, you got your raw ingredients. You got 1 slice of tomato and then 4 pieces of lettuce. That's a bit of a bummer. And on this side, we've got the cashier. I guess more condiment dispensers, and I don't know what this is. I think that's a pan, or it might be something else. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, for doing it like this, you can actually store everything inside. So for example, take this picnic table, actually put everything inside. If you, let's say you're taking the set on the go, you can literally just stuff everything in here. Put your minifigures in the driver's seats in the front, and you just shut up the lid. Do this, and then you can take the entire thing on the go. It acts as its own functional storage because there is actually quite the amount of room inside the truck, and the fact that these builds actually are quite small, so you can actually fit all the builds inside the truck quite nicely, actually. Quite nicely. Look at that. So yeah, that is the space of the truck. Now to simply close it back up, in case you didn't catch on, you just simply do this. There you go. So yeah, that is this truck. It's not a bad truck at all. It's actually, it's really great. I love the truck for sure. But of course, I showed you I put in side builds earlier, and of course I need to show you the side builds as well as the minifig. So let's get to that right now. As you saw earlier, I put in some side builds into the truck. Yes, you can put this into the truck, but they are meant to be displayed outside. So of course, we've got a eating table. That's usually put for food trucks like this. We've got the umbrella. The umbrella here actually has a lot of different colors. That is pretty unique. Sorry for the glare. You can kind of see the lights. But yeah, it's just quite the table, and it is supported on 2 normal wheels because for the alternate builds of the set. I'm about to drop that. Oh my god. And yeah, just a sweet little table. Not bad at all. You can put, I'm pretty sure you can put stuff on it. Just keep in mind this thing is rotatable, so be careful. And then we've got this brick built dog. Honestly, brick built animals I'm not too much of a fan of. I'd rather have molds with actual prints, so it actually shows some expression and gives the animal some personality, because these brick built animals don't really have those features. But I'll give Lego a pretty good credit, you know, for coming up with a brick built dog like this. It's fine for a brick built dog. Maybe for the eyes here, give them actual eyes, like an eye print or something. I'll even take stickers, just something to make this dog a little bit more special. But I feel like, yeah, not a particular big fan of this. Now the other thing including this, of course, it's a giant monster truck, so the burger included must be huge and humongous and appetizing. This one here is just a big burger built with 8 different studs and then 3 like round plates. So we got some lettuce, we've got the middle patty, and then we got a mixture of ketchup and mustard on the top. Not a bad brick built burger, I must say. It's a pretty big burger, that's for sure, but it's not bad for a brick built burger. So that's all for the side builds. Let's move on to the minifigs. So there are 2 minifigures in the set. They don't really have a name, but given by the theme of the set, you can probably know what they are. So this one here is the monster truck driver. He's got that, yeah, so he's got the mustache, he's got the sunglasses, very Texas-like. He's got like the short sleeve shirts, you know, gotta go show some of those abs. The leg print here, nothing much. And here's the back. And he is wearing the motorcycle helmet, and he does not have an alternate face. And yeah, this mustache, very big mustache, and of course, you can pull the goggles down for when he is driving the truck. Makes total sense. And now, we have here what I'm probably gonna assume is the customer. I don't think this guy is working with the monster guy truck as well, given that they look completely different from each other. So I'm pretty sure this guy is just an average customer getting a delicious burger to eat from the truck. I like these normal citizen figures because you can actually just treat them as normal citizens. You can do so many things with an average minifigure, which doesn't have a main character and doesn't have a major purpose. He's just there, and he's just an average person. So exactly. So this, I'm gonna say this guy is the customer, of course. No alternate face, and he's got the hat, and yeah. So random minifigs are always welcome. Some people may not like them, but I'm a person who accepts random minifigures. Before I wrap everything up, I just want to say I made a slight oopsie. You know how I said those were grill pans? You know, the grills? The red things I pulled inside the truck, which is basically these things. These things. Well, it turns out they were not, because I just looked at the box and I realized these were chairs for the table. So, yeah, just a quick correction there, and they are not grills. But apart from that, this set is, I think it was $70. I'm pretty sure it was $70. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But the question is this set worth it? And yeah, totally. Not the other two alternate builds, which is actually why I didn't even bother doing it. The other two alternate builds are, nah. Get the set just for the sake of this build, because the idea of this, it's pretty funny, and whoever came up with this probably just had a shower thought, thinking like, what if we combine a food, like a burger truck with a monster truck, then we get this. I'm gonna say I'll take that. This is not bad at all. It's a pretty decent model. You know how Lego vehicles have started to get boring, but this one really settles differently from the others I've seen, and it is quite funny. Now, the only thing I really don't like is the dog. Again, I'm not really a big fan of brick built animals. I would rather much have molds, like special molds for animals. So the brick built dog didn't exactly sit well with me. But apart from that, it's not a bad truck. I would recommend you to get this set, but it's just for the sake of this truck, not the alternate build. So final verdict, I'm gonna say this truck gets 8 out of 10. Yeah, let's go with an 8 out of 10. So it's pretty average. What really fell, of course, the dog, you know that already. And then I guess just more like the front design of the truck. I already said this earlier. It just it could have been better. It could have been better. Like, it's not bad, but there could be improvements, definitely. So yeah, so that's basically my opinions on this set, and once again, these are just my opinions. You have the right to agree or disagree. It ain't matter. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoy. If you did, hit the like. You know what to do. Hit the like, sub to the channel, do whatever you can, and yeah. So that's it for this one. We'll see you all in the next one. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.